Stop slandering me. Stop defamation of my character.
Telling people the truth is not slander. Showing people the evidence, showing people what you said to me is not slander. I think you need to go and look up what slander actually means.
Because that's what AS people do. They do the crime, but won't own up to it.
And here he is throwing all AS people under the bus. All autistics, all Aspergians, they're all criminals that do criminal behavior and then don't own up to it, he says. Absolutely disgusting. How far we've come as a society to still have people like this piece of shit still going around throwing entire groups of people under the bus, painting them as criminals. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting that he has to demonize an entire group of people just to slander one person. But get this right, he actually went and got a diagnosis for autism. He is legally listed as an autistic. But here he is bashing autistics and Aspergians and throwing them under the bus. And you might be thinking, oh, well, why would he do that if he's on the spectrum? Why would he do that? Well, have a look at this. And an apology as to why you didn't answer us calling you when you rudely ignored us.
Yeah, well, what would you call it then? What would you call it if you didn't fucking answer somebody that's calling out for you and asking if is everything all right, what's happening, and you bluntly ignore them? What would you call it then? You're a cunt. You're a fucking cunt. That's all I can say. You sit there and with a fucking face, right? Like you're all oblivious to everything what's going on, right? You sit there and with a fucking face, right? Like you're all oblivious to everything what's going on, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, he's not on the spectrum. He's not an autistic and he's not an Aspergian. This business of reading faces and reading meaning behind the faces, like that is exclusively something that neurotypicals do. Like obviously you can tell when like someone's upset if they're crying, for example, but the small subtle ones like not understanding, you don't see. And people have misinterpreted me not understanding before. Like I infrequently get people thinking that I don't understand something. And it always comes exclusively from neurotypicals. It is exclusively a neurotypical trait. Someone that's not on the spectrum. Like we simply don't read into faces the same way that Zarius is talking about right here. Like it's not done for Aspergians and autistics. It's just not. It's weird to look at someone's face and think that they're thinking whatever. It's weird and strange, okay? For Aspergians and autistics. It's just not something we do. And I've been around many neurotypicals in my life, and I've been around many Aspergians and autistics in my life. And I can say with certainty that judging from this, he is not on the spectrum. He just isn't. And you might be wondering, oh, well, why is he faking being on the spectrum? Why would he fake being an autistic or an Aspergian? Why would he do that? Money. For money. It's all about the money. When me and Zarius were playing games, he was envious that I was getting a disability pension, welfare from the government, basically. He actually lamented that he could have gotten welfare benefits from depression, which is probably faked as well. And he messaged me one day saying that he had finally gotten a diagnosis of autism, and I think it's to get those welfare benefits. I think he's rorting the system. He's a very lazy person. Like we were talking about jobs a long time ago and getting jobs, and he actually said to me at one point, "Oh, I could go out and get a forklift driving job tomorrow." which if you're actually on the spectrum is like a dream, just going out and getting a job like that, because it's incredibly difficult for us to get jobs. And I said to him, "Oh, geez, why don't you go and get that forklift job then? Why would you turn that down?" And he said something like, "Oh no, I don't want to drive a forklift though." Like, that is money on the table for your kids, for your family, and you're not going to go out and drive a forklift. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, he was happy just to stay at home and sit on his playing fucking video games. Like, he actually recalled a story to me one time about how Michaela went to him and said, "Oh, hey, look, why don't you go and get a job, and that way we'll have two jobs, we'll have two incomes coming in." And he mentioned how he told off his wife, how he said, "Oh, hey, look, this is what we agreed to. You're going to work and I'm going to sit home and be a housewife." And he was actually proud of doing that. He was actually proud of saying that to his wife. And then told me how, after saying that to his wife, he went back to his computer and sat back down and played video games again. Like, that is your family that's depending on you to provide. And you're not going to bother going out and getting a job so you have extra money coming in. Why? Why be that lazy? Why sit on your ass and play video games all day? You know, if you can go out and actually get a job. So yeah, he lied about being on the spectrum when he got his diagnosis. And he probably picked it all up from me and learned how to do it from me within the 15 years. And I can bet you your bottom dollar, as soon as he got that diagnosis, he would have gone straight to the welfare office. So hopefully some good Samaritan over there will be able to contact the welfare office or whatever it is and actually tell them, "Oh, look, this guy is rorting the system," and actually get them onto an investigation.